Ask the Messengers TV show is a TV show that educates, informs, and entertains our viewers on public health issues such as mental illness, suicide, addiction, illness and disease, COVID-19 relief, crime, domestic violence, homelessness, human trafficking, employment opportunities, healthcare, and more. And now, Ask the Messengers.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Ask the Messengers. I am your host, Tina Nelson, and I would like to start by thanking all of our viewers, our show supporters, and all of our partners who have helped us to bring this show to you week after week for over the past 8 years. Today on Ask the Messengers, we are excited to continue to bring you the resources, testimonials, and all the things that matter within our communities. With that being said, we are also excited to introduce a new segment as we introduce to you some of the incredible people who work behind the scenes and who are on the front lines for our missions. It's time to meet the team. And first up is our amazing field reporter, Shay Monet. Also in today's episode, we have spotlights on local businesses. Ask the Messengers begins now. Shay Monet is more than just a reporter. She's a mother, an actress, and be sure to check out her acting skills on the Tubi network. And she cares for the community. Whether she's out in the field covering stories of hope, change, and resilience, or shining a light on local heroes, Shay Monet brings a unique blend of passion and professionalism. Thank you, Shay Monet. Your work and dedication are a big part of what makes Ask the Messengers so impactful. We are so grateful that you are here and for all that you do. Have you ever experienced bullying and come out stronger, or are you still on your journey of healing? Your story could inspire others to find hope, strength, and understanding. We're inviting you to share your bullying experience in a short video, whether you are a teen facing challenges or an adult looking back on what you've overcome. Your voices matter. Here's how to participate. Record a short video, 3 to 5 minutes, sharing your story. Be as open and honest as you feel comfortable. Then email your video to askthemessengers@gmail.com. You'll be contacted if your video is selected. Together, we can create a world where everyone feels seen, valued, and supported. Your story could help someone realize that you're not alone, and let's stand together against bullying and build a world of kindness and understanding.
Hi, everybody, all you viewers. You all already know we bring you information that's going to be beneficial for your household, for your families, programs, things going on around Detroit. But I am here. Oh, my goodness. I'm here. I'm sitting in Michigan Central train station right now. It's innovative. It's amazing. And I'm sitting next to somebody who's also innovative and amazing. Tell our viewers your name.
My name is Nando Felton.
Okay, Nando, and tell them a little bit about what you do, like your skills, your talents. We're going to dive in.
Thank you. So I get to sit at the intersection of technology, education, and mobility.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here today because of, I think, some of the work that has gotten me to where I'm at today and kind of where I started. So I want to go back to my roots on why I joined and got into education. I think you can.
So that's what you do, like you educate people.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got to college, I went to the University of Michigan. I realized that we were behind not just academically there, but in untaught skills. We didn't know the importance of networking, of having a resume, of really sharing your narrative of what it's like to be you. And that imposter syndrome really kicked in for us. And so we realized that if we can help ourselves create, these pathways and opportunities amongst ourselves, then we'll be well more prepared off at the University of Michigan while we were there. And so not too long after that, this was in 2016, we realized like, oh, wow, once we get to campus, like we're actually kind of set. Like we're pretty good, but like now how do we reach back to the community that we just left from? So we decided to turn our focus on the youth. And so through a student organization we created called Building Successful Bridges, that's what we started.
Okay, wait. So, number one, go blue. He said he went to Michigan, my alma mater. So let's just go back. You were saying people would come to the university. They didn't do like resumes and things like that. It was a loss of identity. So that kind of like pulled you into the thought or the mind frame of education. So how does technology and learning about kind of who you are, how does that fit into one? So what you do is basically you educate, but you educate people on finding themselves in that.
Yeah, so finding themselves in their talents and their skill sets. So a lot of times we say, for instance, I'll use myself as an example. I lived in 27 homes. And so with that, from that, I can pull a skill of being adaptable, being able to be a fast learner. So these are skill sets that I have unknowingly that I can actually attribute to a resume, to a job interview. These are skill sets that I've had to overcome personally that can actually help me land a job somewhere. For someone who might need someone that can, move around a lot. Imagine if you have a job where you're a consultant and you have to travel to a new state every single week to work with a client. Those are some things that inherently that I just already had because of my life circumstances that I didn't even know that I could use those as a skill set to get a job.
Now I was talking to a student who like, well, I don't really have any skills. I babysit. Wait a minute, you babysit. So you've raised these from what age? From like, birth to. Yeah. So you are an educator, so you've been educating these kids. You work. So that part I get, people not understanding what they actually have in their arsenal. But how is it like, what do you do technology wise? Because obviously this is a tech age. What can you do technology wise to teach and to guide these folks? Because you obviously have an organization with younger people. We haven't gotten there yet. We're going to get there. And the Building Bridges, they reach out to the youth, correct?
Yeah, so we find partnerships amongst youth-serving organizations as well as high schools to really deliver that skill set. So with the technology aspect of it, you have to remember that sitting all around us, there's technology everywhere. And the microphones and the camera that's even recording us, and the outlets and the Wi-Fi modems and the phones in our pockets. So it's a way that how do we empower students to use technology to benefit themselves? So if that's for you to create your own platform to share the amount of work that you've done in a certain field, using this technology to reach back out to a mentor that you might have as a mentor for you. It's really empowering students to use technology around them to become leaders in whatever field or endeavor they want to be in. So we really find ways to use technology to expose students to certain things. So with my organization, Building Successful Bridges, at the University of Michigan, we partnered up with Texas Instruments to actually teach incoming high schoolers how to code a drone. Sorry, not a drone. How to code a robot using a calculator, and it was able to move around the floor in campus. Go
back, you guys. So you're taking folks that come from like your hometown. This is Detroit. We're talking about our community here. Yeah. You're taking those kids and you're teaching them how to code.
Yeah. So inherently, they're having fun.
They're having fun with technology.
Yeah,
oh my goodness!
They're learning skills that can be transferable, and they can apply those skills beyond just them having fun. Now they can put on their resume, I had a workshop with Building Successful Bridges at the University of Michigan School of Engineering, and the partner there was Texas Instruments, and we learned how to code their rovers around the classroom.
Oh my goodness.
These are skills a lot of times students will have these one-off programs, or they'll do nonprofit facing work in a sense of like they're a part of these organizations, but they don't know how to articulate themselves or share that story, share that narrative of like, actually, what I did this summer can be something I can put on a resume format.
Well, yeah.
It is a job experience that I've actually picked up in high school or in middle school. And so really building that arsenal of understanding of like what I've gone through, what I've done, actually can be applicable to getting a job. It can be applicable to me being my own entrepreneur.
Building Successful Bridges with Nanda. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. So if I have a kid, what age groups are allowed or in the program that you have? I want everybody to know so they can reach out.
Exactly. So right now we're partnering with a few local nonprofits in the area to do programming. And I'm also able to run my nonprofit through my day job, which is pretty cool as well. So to answer your question, it honestly depends. And hopefully if your student is in certain areas or programs, then we'll be able to benefit them. We're growing our capacity right now.
So right what's now, the youngest child you might have had
It'll probably
program.
be the youngest we ever had was an 8th grader.
An 8th grader?
Yeah. So we focus more around high school and then young adults leaving out of high school into college.
That's kind of, I'm not going to say kind of, that's nothing short of amazing.
Yeah.
That's not, because there's not a lot of people. I mean, you hear about different programs, even robotics programs, but what doesn't happen is building that bridge from where they came from. You can't just drop them into something technology driven, and it's stuff that they have that they can use. So that's amazing. And kind of what made you actually want to give back to your community? When was it a light bulb where it was like, hey, this is what I want to do?
So this is also in college again, and so everyone has the spring break trips where they go to Cancun or Mexico, Miami.
Yeah,
have fun.
hey, you know, let's talk about those.
So my first 2 years in college, I actually dedicated that time to teach students about engineering.
Wow.
So it was called Alternative Spring Break Chicago, and I remember going to Chicago for the first time as a freshman in college and then a sophomore, and giving back to the community in Chicago that is very similar to the ones here in Detroit. And I remember a student that I helped inspire them to come to the University of Michigan, and they actually came to the university and got their engineering degree, and now they work in the field. So, but that was before I knew all that was going to happen. But just my struggles, my process, my thinking of what I'm doing at U of M, I realized that, whoa, like I'm actually contributing to someone else's growth and learning.
Wow.
And that spark really never died down. It turned into a fuel and turned into a fire that kept burning under me. And so I realized that, if I can give back to someone or a community or wherever I just came from, how do I give them something tangible that they can continue to carry on through their journey and through their life? And a lot of times we meet people and they might give us some words of advice, but it's like, how do we leave them with something tangible?
Right.
And so for me, I realized that if I can help someone articulate themselves, their story, that's something tangible that I can leave with someone that they can build upon.
That's your legacy.
Exactly. So now they're able to take pieces of their life that they might have never thought they wanted to share, and now they're able to bring that to life. And I'm really proud of the work that not just I've done, but my countless mentors, my countless
it takes a
teammates
village
along the way.
It takes a village. So tell me this, how do people get in touch with you if they want to be a part of your program, if they want their kids to be a part of your program, if they want to donate? How do people? Because obviously it's important. These programs, they don't run on fuel. They need money. You can donate, and you have other things coming up. Tell people how to reach your program.
Yeah, so the best way to connect with us would be via email, so buildingsuccessfulbridges@gmail.com, and then our Instagram and website, buildingsuccessfulbridges.org, and Building Successful Bridges on Instagram. We're revamping our site. We got a new social media person to kind of come in and upload all the fun stuff we've done in the past to bring that to light. But that's how you can connect with us. And then me personally, my Instagram is my name, Nando Marco Felton. And you can reach me personally via my own email, nfelten@umich.edu.
So what do you see, and we're going to wrap this up because I could talk about this forever. Anything to help the community, I can talk about forever. But where do you see building successful bridges in the future? You have partnerships, you have stuff coming up. Give us a little bit of
so what we're trying to do right now is we're actually trying to build career service learning centers inside of high schools. So imagine your student can go to an office hours, they can go into a drop-in site where they can actually learn to help build on these skills. So it would almost be serving them like as a career service coach that you kind of get as an adult. And a lot of them times they're found in colleges, but how do we not put that into high schools?
So that's funny. I mean, not funny. It's kind of crazy because people start thinking about those skills. They're like, oh, you need a job to kind of help build the infrastructure of Detroit. You have Detroit at work. But now you guys are going to be there. You're going to be there early. I just want to say thank you so much for coming on Ask the Messengers TV show and giving us more information that's going to help our community. Thank you so much.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Hi, everybody, all you Ask the Messengers viewers. Listen, we are here, right here in like the heart of downtown Detroit. Believe it or not, we're like on Broadway. And I am here. Tell our viewers your name.
Will Willingham.
Mr. Will Willingham. This is his establishment. Okay, what's the name of this store?
The name of the store is called Plugged in Detroit. It's all about plugging into the culture of Detroit through clothing. We have a brand which is called Plugged In Collection, and it represents plugging into your energy, your access, and network.
Wow. Okay. So look, plugged in Detroit. I am, and I feel like you are, because you're right here. Your store basically opens up to
It's a great
literally the walls disappear, and you are right there accessing all the customers. What made you? Because it's a lot of businesses that are out here to compete with.
Definitely.
What made you pick this location?
Well, it was presented to me through Bedrock, and it was a great opportunity to showcase, small black businesses and people that were moving and shaking throughout the community, and they got wind of what
What you were
my
doing.
team was doing,
Right.
and it was an opportunity that I could not refuse.
Look, you're recognized for what you're doing, your creation. That's amazing. I mean, like, we're downtown with Gucci and all these other things. Things are happening in Detroit. You guys already know that, but we don't just give you businesses that you can visit and you can support just for the health of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We showcase businesses that are for the community. You do a lot in the community. Tell our viewers kind of like how you give back, because he does give back.
So, we like to think that we're plugged into the people. So we're always doing things for kids specifically, and reaching back, trying to breed the next generation of entrepreneurs, and inspiring them and empowering them. So we go into the schools. We have a program where we're teaching kids entrepreneurship, and it's all about networking and relationships, and just trying to increase their Rolodex before they get out of high school,
Right.
and give them a little head start. But we also do turkey giveaways during the holidays, as well as clothing. We have clothing drives where we're able to help, and we're able to see, by being downtown Detroit, we're able to see a lot of people that need different things, and we're able to come and assist in a small way, but through clothing and through shelter.
Listen, that is not small. If you look, and I had to stop him right there, because you cannot minimize that. That is amazing.
Definitely.
If you're giving whatever you're giving, it means that you have a heart for it. And the fact that you're not just in business, and it's a lot of people that are in business and they're flourishing and they just keep all that wealth.
Definitely.
It's different when a person has a heart for the community, when they go back and they give to kids, because that's the future. You know what I mean? Or you see somebody that's homeless, things are happening on the street, and you can give a coat away.
Exactly.
That right there is amazing, and that is why I'm telling all you viewers, you have to support Plugged in the D. Look at where we are. He is sitting right smack dab in Detroit. Okay, this is Broadway Street.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you got it's what, Gratiot and Broadway. Randolph is right across the street. You got all these businesses, and he's been right here. He didn't just come here when all these other things were happening. The NFL draft came. No, you've been here for a minute. How long you been here?
So we've been here 3 years, going on 3 years. This is a very historical corner.
It is.
Anybody who knows about Detroit and knows about the past and the history of Detroit, they know, like, City Slicker, Henry the Hatter,
Right.
All the network back in the day, all these different things. And this is like a magical corner, so we're able to see different people and touch different people.
And you keep it black owned.
Yes,
Definitely. That's amazing.
Definitely.
Hi, we have people, there are patrons here coming in.
Yes.
Listen, this man gives to the community.
Yes.
People are here to support. I'm just so excited. And at Ask the Messengers, this nonprofit TV show, we have to give you the folks that support the infrastructure. We have to tell you who to support, because without these people, there would be no city of Detroit, okay? Sure. It's the heart of the city. Tell our viewers some advice you would give someone that wants to do what you're doing. They want to be a part of the community. They have an idea. They want to be a part of your program. Like, kind of, if you could give any advice, what would you say?
So, I think, first of all, identify what you love, and how you're going to contribute to society, and what whether it's entertainment, whether it's philanthropy, or whatever it is, identify your love and your love for the game, and then dive into the community, look at the needs of the community, and educate yourself. And a lot of it is not reading or going on the computer. A lot of it is has to be done through hands-on, and you have to make some mistakes. You can't be scared to make mistakes. You can't be scared to call audibles and fail and do different things that you have to do. And you have to, read and read the background and study the game. But it's always changing, not just clothing, not just music, not just entertainment. The culture itself is always upgrading and updating itself, and you have to be in tune with what's going on, and not just like I said, not just through the styles of clothing, but there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you're going to do in fashion. That's a great thing, but just the culture, just knowing knowing the culture and studying the culture and studying and identifying the needs of society. So I think that's important.
I mean, he has given us a wealth of knowledge. He's here for the community. People are shopping, things are happening, and this is midday, you guys. This is a school day. So people are always supporting. Why don't you support? I mean, Ask the Messengers. We continue to support the community. I'm going shopping, y'all. Thank you so much.
Definitely.
Okay, stay tuned.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the show today. And we are looking forward to introducing you to more of the extraordinary people on the Ask the Messengers team. Next week, we'll introduce you to our Men in Recovery host, Derek Hill. I am your host, Tina Nelson, and asking you if you would just take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Until next time, we'll see you right here on Ask the Messengers. If you would like to help support our show, please feel free to make a donation of any kind by visiting our show website, www.askthemessengers.org. If you prefer to mail donations, please make check or money order payable to Ask the Messengers TV show and send it to 18400 Schaefer Highway, Detroit, Michigan 48235. Thank you for watching.